Hey guys, Devon Brown, the Success Renegade here, and I've got a very special video for you today. Today what I want to talk to you guys about is finding your why. Now, I'm not the first person to speak about this, but last week I saw a really neat video on this subject. I can't find the video, so I'm just going to re-say what the video said, and hopefully you'll get a lot of value out of it, and I'm going to use a little example. That's why I got my whiteboard here today. And also, I gave this example 2 days ago when I was speaking at Joey Smith's event here in Atlanta. I was the first speaker here in Atlanta, and I gave this little example, and a lot of people in the crowd were like, Devon, that is a phenomenal way of putting it. I've never thought about it that way, and it made a lot of sense. And so I can't take credit for this idea, although I'd love to. So let me go ahead and share it with you. And again, this has to do with finding your why. Finding a reason that you must achieve success that is bigger than you or that is bigger than just money. And let me explain to you what I mean by that. Let's pretend that there are two buildings here. It's building number one. That's building number two. Okay? This, by the way, says your why. This is you. You're not a building. This will make more sense in just a second. Suzanne, can you see this?
Yeah.
This little man. Okay, this little stick figure. This is you, and this is a building. Okay? And this building is about 50 stories high. Okay, it's a tall building. So if you were to fall off this building, you would not be having a pleasant day at all. Okay? So over here is, let's say, $1,000. And the distance between these two.
That's $100.
Thank you, Suzanne. This is why I majored in math in college. It doesn't really matter for the sake of this example. Okay. So the distance from here to here is 15 feet. So here's my question to you. Am I even in this camera shot?
You are.
All right, fine. So here's my question to you. You're over here. You've got $1,000 over here. Are you willing to jump for it to reach this, to get that $1,000? Now, when I asked this question at the seminar the other day, about 3% of the room raised their hand and said that $1,000 was worth them risking jumping over this 15 feet and falling 50 stories down in between these two buildings. All right? So then I said, well, what if it were $100,000? And my commas are going to be messed up here. Okay, what if it were $100,000? Okay? Would you be willing to jump from here across to here for $100,000? And when I asked that question, about 15% of the room raised their hand. Okay? So I said, well, what if there was no money over here? What if this was your child and there was a bad man with a gun to your child's head? Now, I know that's an extreme example, but if this was what was on the other side, would you be willing to jump over here and do whatever it took to get your child? And when I asked this question, 100% of the people in the room raised their hand. See, when I woke up this morning and I went to the gym, after I left the gym, I went to the mailbox and I had some checks in the mail. And getting checks in the mail, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling to go to the mailbox and say, hey, look, I have money in the mail. But understand, money in and of itself cannot be your motivator. You've got to find something greater, something that is 100 times more powerful than money, something that is bigger than you, because once you find that reason why, that is what is going to carry you through those difficult times. It's going to be what makes you keep pursuing, even though there are speed bumps or gaps in the road, even though there's an obstacle here. If you have a why that's big enough, that's what's going to enable you to overcome that obstacle and get to the end result that you want and see the success that you deserve and desire. I always had a problem with people saying you can't use money as a motivator. And I was always like, the hell you can't. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be gangster. I'm going to be going to the club and bringing sexy back. And when people would say that you cannot use money as a motivator, I struggled with that. But when I saw this example of what an actual motivator is, what a good reason why it should actually be, this really hit home for me. And I hope that this is, Suzanne, all that making sense?
Making very much sense.
Makes sense? Is that good?
Yeah.
All right, so cool. So that's what I want you guys to understand, is that you need a good enough reason why. You need a strong enough reason why. And when you have that reason why, and you stay focused on that reason why, you remember why you're doing what it is you're doing. I've heard people, I've consulted, as a lot of you guys know. What time am I at?
5 minutes.
All right. I've spoken to a ton of people over the years, well over 2,000, probably by this time over 2,500 people I've done one-on-one consultations with. And sometimes when I'm doing a one-on-one consultation with somebody, people will actually start to break out into tears and start crying because of some end result that they want so bad. You know, some reason why that means so much to them that they actually start breaking down into tears. And when it gets to be that powerful for you, that's when you know you have a strong enough reason why. And I know that this is an extreme example, but hopefully it hits home with regard to what an actual why is. Are you willing to do whatever it takes? And I didn't invent this one either. WEIT. Whatever it takes to cross that obstacle, to overcome that obstacle, to get to the other side, so that you can, for your reason why. I'm stumbling over my words here, but you guys get what I'm saying. So anyway, hopefully you found this video a little bit inspiring. Hopefully it makes sense to you. Hopefully it hits home with you. And I really like this example. So feel free, by the way, if you thought this video was good and if it kind of hit home for you, made you put things in a little bit different perspective, go ahead and feel free to tweet this video or share it with some of your friends. Pass it around. Because I know when I first saw it, it helped me, and I hope it helps you. Suzanne, am I forgetting anything?
No.
That's it? All right, so you guys have a phenomenal week. Hopefully you're watching this video in the beginning of the week, and if you are, come up with that reason why. Put it somewhere so that you always remember it, and start taking some massive action, overcoming those obstacles because I believe that you can do it. Tweet this video, share this video, keep staying sexy, being sexy, and I will see you guys on the next video. Have a great day.